This week's after show is going to be a tiny bit different. It's actually not going to be much of an after show whatsoever. It's actually just going to be a question and answer session for a few questions that we usually get. We usually get like 5 or 6 questions. That's the same this week. And we're going to be answering those questions in a very quick video because the after show is still a thing, even if we don't have a game coming. The after show will continue in the same way next week, next Monday at 6 o'clock GMT, and that will be that game. And I hope you guys are looking forward to it. It'll probably be about Undertale Yellow anyway. Abacoblin asks, if you could pick one time of day and one season for the world to be stuck in permanently, what would you pick and why? Spring, 5 p.m. is like one of my favorite times. I also really like enjoy like a summer 8 o'clock is nice. You know, a summer 8 o'clock, but it's not as warm as it was before, but it's still bright out. It's kind of nice, and you can still use that to your advantage. Still walk around in the daytime. It's nice. That's a really, really nice time. I think so anyway. Escon asked me, what's your favorite IP address? It's hard to choose, isn't it? It's really hard to choose. Neo Chill, how do you feel about Persona 3 Reload so far? I've been playing it as slow as I can to enjoy the new voice acting and added features. So I haven't gotten too far into the game myself. I only just got Fuka in my party the time of writing this. Pretty much same. And this is one of my favorite and most important games in my life, so I want to enjoy it as much as I can. I was just wondering of your opinions of the game remake so far. I think Persona 3 Fez and Persona 3 Portable are two of my favorite games ever made. Persona 3 Reload is almost superseding them. There's a few issues I have, I think, with like the voice acting for like Akihiko and Yukari sometimes. It doesn't really feel like Akihiko and Yukari. And there's a disconnect sometimes with Yukari and the way she's a really prickly girl, and that's just who she is, but like for some reason she's very cheery in the extra scenes, and so I feel like they didn't coordinate that very well, but the rest of it's like great. The music is superb. The battles are way more fun than they used to be. There's people who are saying they didn't do anything to the battles. The battles are so much easier than they were before. The new outfits are great. The new hangouts are great. The fully voice acted social links are really awesome. It breathes new life into them. I remember there's 2 characters I'm not going to spoil, but there's 2 characters who you talk to about their son. And I was kind of dreading it because I was like, man, I've talked to these guys like 10 times, so I have to do this social link again. And it's like, oh, like hearing them talk adds a whole new life to it. It's like, man, if I could go back and play a Pokemon game with voice acting, that's what it would be like. But yeah, I really love it so far. It's been really hard to put down the controller, but I've enjoyed it. Malcolm Conde, now that you've finished the Genshin prologue, what do you think about checking out the manga? It's a very short, colored prequel of the events in Mondstadt and definitely should be read before chapter 3. Yeah, we could. There's no law against it. Finding the time is always very important to me, and finding the best way to do this is probably very important to me. The way I've created the Patreon and the YouTube channel now is that like we have like probably like 2 days where we have like free time in between the Genshin videos and between the normal Let's Play, Roma Reacts, and the after show. So we'll have to find the time to do it. I'm not against it, is what I'll say. I'm not fully against it. It would be a different format. It might be fun. I think we could easily do it. Like we just capture it as I'm reading it. I think it'd be really, really fun. But yeah, it would take a bit of time to figure out what's the best time to do this. Peter Shelson added to add a question. I think it's super important to read all of this point in the story. To read at this point in the story. It's fine as long as you do it before chapter 3, as Malcolm said. I would definitely want you to be reading through it though. So maybe that's something you can do in a future video. It would take you about 2 hours to get through the whole thing. Also keep in mind that a couple of chapters still haven't been officially translated and can't be found on the official Genshin website, but are available in different places, fan translation sites, I believe. So there you go. Yeah, like it is going to take a while to do it. And again, like I said, I'm not fully against it. I think right now I've been playing Genshin and it's been really, really fun. There's been no issues really with it. Like I've having a great time. I've been changing up the sessions as well, so like I can have some free time on like Sunday, so like I don't have to record anything on a Sunday and kind of just like have that day as like my day. But yeah, like I hope it doesn't sound like I'm trying to brush it off, because it really is a thing where it's like I just have to find the time for sure, and I'd love to find the time to do it because I think it would be a fun thing to do, especially since like my patrons are asking me to do it as well. I think that'd be a really good idea. Yeah. That's pretty much the after show for this week. It's not really an after show, more it is just like a side show. Not really like, you know, I still want to do this because, you know, patrons have paid money to ask questions. So the very few that like asking questions, we have it here for them. But yeah, like it's just a matter of finding the next thing to do, because the next thing we're going to be doing is playing Undertale Yellow, and we're going to be talking about that next week. And then after that, we're going to be dipping into Pokemon Violet, I think is the next game. and then maybe some Rain Code. We'll see how everything goes. And we might finish some shorter games in between them, like some prologues for fan games of Danganronpa and things like that. We have so many things planned. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Thank you to my patrons, TieFire02, Jamie Bull, Janet Banana, Smidge, Rachel S., Felicitas Felix, George Candelaria, Etskun, Yuld, Radish, Poker Girl. Thank you for supporting the channel. This is a great time.